Can I retire early running a business from home? You might think you can only retire early when you work for a company and have a fully funded 401k or pension. But what if that's not the case today? Anyone can retire early, whether they work for someone or run a business from home. No rule or law states you must work for someone to retire. Working is working no matter where you do it. The key is to make sure you're ready to retire early. So what does it take to retire early? Most people retire around 65. Some may retire a year or two earlier, but if you're thinking about retiring 10 to 20 years sooner, you need to know what it takes to achieve early retirement. Here's the good news. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The key is that you have enough money to live the lifestyle you want. What steps can I take to retire early running a business from home? If you want to retire early, you must take these steps to ensure you reach your goals. 1. Figure out how much money you need annually to live the lifestyle you want. Think about your lifestyle now and how much it might change or not in retirement. This should give you a good estimate of how much you need each year. Next, multiply that number by the years you think you'll have. For example, if you retire at 50, you'll want 30 to 40 years of income available. 2 is determine how you'll save the money you need. The younger you are, the more time you have to reach your goal. No matter what, though, you must be aggressive with your savings. Consider saving as much as 50% or more of your monthly income. 3. Learn to cut back on your expenses. To retire early, you should live a somewhat frugal lifestyle. That doesn't mean don't do what you love, but some sacrifices in certain areas will be necessary to have enough money to get through the rest of your years with no active income. 4. Find ways to earn more money. Even though you own a business, find other ways to supplement your income. For example, can you work a side hustle or add to your business to get more sales? 5. Invest your money aggressively. No matter how much money you make, you won't have enough for early retirement if you don't invest it. So first, determine your risk tolerance, timeline, and what you need to reach your retirement goals. Then diversify your portfolio so you won't put all your eggs in one basket and risk everything. 6. Make sure your partner's on board. If you're married, ensure your partner has the same idea as you for retiring early. Even if your spouse doesn't want to quit working early, you need them to be on the same page financially to cut back on your expenses and save as much as possible to reach your goals. How do you retire when you're self-employed? Since you're self-employed, you don't have a pension or a 401k account to rely on. However, if you're working for a company before, you may have a 401k account. Figure out what you have already established for retirement and then open a self-employed retirement account to add to those savings. Self-employed retirement accounts have different rules and regulations, so it's best to get with your financial advisor to determine your best route. Types of self-employed retirement accounts. The 2 most common types of self-employed retirement accounts are an IRA and solo 401k. Both are tax-advantaged accounts, which means you contribute pre-tax, and your earnings grow tax-free. If you wait until after age 59 and a half to withdraw your funds, you won't pay the penalty and you'll only pay taxes at your current tax rate. IRA or Roth IRA. Anyone can open an IRA, and you can even roll your existing 401k into one to make it easier. You can only contribute up to $6,000 in an IRA annually, so you may want to supplement with other retirement accounts to reach your goals. Solo 401k. If you're self-employed and don't have any employees, you may qualify for a solo 401k. In 2022, you could contribute up to $61,000 or 100% of your income if you make less than $61,000. The contributions are pre-tax, like a 401k, and you can contribute as an employee and an employer. As the employee, you can contribute up to 100% of your earnings, and as the employer, you contribute up to 25% of your earnings. Some tips for retiring early. If you want to retire early, it takes a lot of dedication and commitment, but here are some tips to make it easier. Take it slow. You won't have enough money to retire early overnight. Set your goals, set the steps to make them, and then sit back and relax. If you do the steps, you'll reach your goals. But if you stress about it or expect it to happen fast, you'll be disappointed quickly. Expect setbacks. Life is full of curveballs. Accept it, deal with it, and move on. Don't think it derailed your efforts to retire early. Get back on track when you can, and you'll be back to reaching your goals. Get an accountability partner. You need someone on the same page to get you through this. Cutting back, saving aggressively, and being frugal can be exhausting. Spend time with someone with the same goals to make it easier. Some final thoughts. Can you retire early when you own a business? Absolutely. But it takes dedication, commitment, and a lot of patience. So the earlier you start saving to reach your goals, the better. You'll have more time to save money and for your money to grow to the point that you can live off your assets and no longer have to work. As always, talk to your financial advisor before making any personal finance decisions. And if you love our content, subscribe to our channel for more great tips.